Welcome, beloved soul. You are here for a reason, and I want you to rest for a moment in the truth that God Himself is guiding you to this message. This is not random. Nothing in your life is random when God's hand is upon you. From the very beginning, the Lord has been weaving the story of your life with threads of purpose, love, and destiny. Even the parts you thought were wasted, even the nights you cried alone, even the relationships that broke your heart, even the silence that left you wondering if God had forgotten you. No, my friend, He never forgot. Every detail is part of a larger design, and now He is preparing to show you why. The love story rising in your heart isn't just about romance. It isn't just about two people finding each other. It is about heaven's plan, meeting earth's longing. It is about God using love as a vessel to carry out His will. There is someone who will enter, or has already entered, your life. They are not here by accident. They are not here simply because paths happen to cross. They are here because God appointed it so. And when you look closer, you will see the fingerprints of the divine on every step that led you both to this moment. See, love in God's kingdom is not shallow. It is not a fleeting feeling or a human-made arrangement. It is covenant. It is assignment. It is calling. It is ministry through two hearts becoming one. And this is why your story matters so deeply. This is why you cannot dismiss the stirrings in your spirit as coincidence. Because the Lord is whispering, I am with you in this, and I am the one who authors this love. Perhaps you've questioned why certain doors closed before, why that person you thought was the one turned away, why promises made by others never endured, why you had to walk through loneliness when all you wanted was to be cherished. The truth is, God was guarding your story. He was not withholding love from you. He was protecting love for you. He knew who was worthy to walk with you. He knew who would honor your soul instead of only your body. He knew who could stand beside you, not in selfish desire, but in sacred mission. This is why your heart still hopes. This is why you have not given up on love, even after the pain. Because deep within, your spirit knows that the love you long for was placed there by God Himself. Listen closely. The person you are called to will not merely fill a gap in your life. They will carry a light that reflects God's presence in your journey. They will not draw you away from your purpose, but call you deeper into it. They will not confuse you, but bring peace, even in storms. They will not just romance you with words, but walk with you in faith, in patience, in sacrifice, and in prayer. That is why this love story is holy. That is why it cannot be explained by human timing or chance. That is why your heart has been kept waiting until the right moment. Because the Lord wanted you ready, not just to receive love, but to give love in a way that mirrors His own. Beloved soul, if you are feeling these words stir something within you, pause and breathe. Let this truth soak into your spirit. God is not late. He has never abandoned your desire. He has been shaping it, sanctifying it, and preparing it for a greater glory. I know the waiting has been long. I know the silence has been heavy. But the very longing that aches in your heart is proof that you were designed for covenant love. And God, who placed that longing in you, is faithful to fulfill it. Take this moment to trust Him again. Surrender your timeline, release your worry, and whisper to Him, Lord, I believe your plan is better than my own. Now, before we continue, I invite you with a humble heart. If these words are bringing you peace, please consider subscribing to this channel so you can receive more gentle guidance like this. Leave a comment with your reflections or even your prayer requests so we can lift each other up as a family of faith. And if the Spirit leads you, share this message with someone who feels weary and forgotten so they too may remember that God's plan is never random. If you feel moved to support through a super thanks, know that your gift helps this work reach more souls who need to be reminded of God's love. Every seed you plant here carries eternal value. Now let us return to the heart of the message. When you think of your future, do not only picture wedding days and beautiful celebrations. picture the sacred assignment of your union. For the Lord is not only giving you a spouse, He is giving you a partner in destiny. He is giving you someone whose prayers will lift you when you falter, someone whose hands will steady you when you stumble, someone whose words will remind you of heaven's truth when the world's noise becomes too loud. And together, your lives will tell a story, not just of romance, but of redemption. Your union will be a testimony that God's timing is perfect, that His ways are higher, that His love is the foundation of every true love story. This is why you cannot compare your journey with anyone else's. This is why you must stop believing the lie that you were overlooked. For your story is unique, designed with threads only, heaven could weave. And what God joins together, no force on earth can tear apart. So rest, beloved. Rest in the knowledge that this love story is unfolding exactly as it should. Rest in the faith that the one God has chosen for you will come. Not early, not late, but right on time. And when they come, you will know. Not because everything will be perfect, but because your spirit will finally recognize the echo it has been waiting for. Hold on to this truth as you walk forward. Do not lose heart. Do not doubt the one who holds your future. For the author of your life has already written a love story that will glorify His name through your joy. Stay close to Him. Trust Him with every detail. And when the time comes, you will see that this love story was never random. It was God's plan all along. Welcome again, dear soul. If you are listening now, it is because your spirit longs for truth. It is because deep within, you know that your love story cannot be reduced to chance or accident. It is because the Spirit of God is drawing you to remember His promises and His faithfulness. The Lord does not move randomly. Every encounter, every crossing of paths, every word spoken between two souls, when He is in it, it carries eternal purpose. And the person He has chosen to walk beside you is part of that eternal plan. You may be wondering, but how do I know if this love is from God? The answer is not found in the world's measures. It is not found in fleeting feelings or temporary thrills. It is found in the fruit it bears in your soul. When God writes a love story, it draws you closer to Him. It makes you desire purity, not compromise. It strengthens your faith instead of weakening it. It pushes you toward prayer instead of pulling you away from it. It awakens peace within you, even when circumstances around you are uncertain. The enemy can imitate many things: charm, attraction, even words of promise, but he cannot imitate the peace of God. He cannot imitate the kind of love that washes away fear and carries the fragrance of heaven. So when this love enters your life, you will not only feel affection, you will feel alignment with the heart of God. Understand this, beloved. God is not merely giving you someone to hold. He is giving you someone to build with, someone who will carry vision with you, someone who will see the battles in your spirit and choose to fight beside you rather than against you, someone who will not idolize you, but honor the God who lives within you. And when two souls come together in this way, it is no small thing. It is heaven's will unfolding on earth. It is covenant being lived out in daily acts of patience, kindness, and sacrifice. It is testimony being written in how you forgive each other, how you support each other, and how you both remain anchored in the Lord. This is why God has been preparing your heart. He knows that love without preparation can turn into bondage. But love with preparation becomes freedom. Freedom to be who you are, without fear of rejection. Freedom to walk in your calling, without the weight of misunderstanding. Freedom to grow, stumble, and rise again, knowing someone will be there with grace. Perhaps you feel as though time has been slipping away. Perhaps you wonder why others have already walked into marriages while you are still waiting. But the Spirit whispers to you now, your story is not delayed, it is divinely timed. Because your calling is unique, the partner prepared for you must also be unique. And when the two of you come together, it will not be ordinary. It will be holy. Do not despise the waiting season. Do not think of it as punishment. Think of it as the Lord clearing the soil of your heart, so the seed of covenant love can take deep root. Think of it as training your eyes to recognize not just a person, but your God-appointed partner. Think of it as heaven's way of protecting you from lesser loves that could never hold the weight of your destiny. Beloved, if these words are meeting you where you are, I want to pause for a moment. I invite you to take this journey deeper with us by subscribing to this channel. Each message is a prayer, a reminder, a light for the soul that is searching for God's truth. You are not walking alone. Leave a comment below with your reflections or even your prayer needs. We will walk this road together as a family of faith. If someone you know is in need of encouragement, share this video with them. And if the Spirit touches your heart to give a super thanks, remember that every seed sown helps these messages reach more souls who are longing for peace. Thank you for being part of this sacred work. Now let us return. When God sends the one chosen for you, you will notice something remarkable. Your conversations will carry depth, not just surface talk. Your silences will not feel heavy, but safe. Your disagreements will not destroy, but teach. Your prayers will not feel forced, but natural. And above all, your love will not be about possession. It will be about reflection. Reflection of Christ's love for his bride, the church. Do not fear that you will miss this person. Do not believe the lie that you are too late, too broken, or too flawed to receive this gift. God's plan does not operate under human limitation. He is the redeemer of time. He is the restorer of broken hearts. He is the one who makes all things new, and that includes your love story. I want you to picture this. The very tears you shed in past seasons have watered the ground for your future joy. The very prayers you whispered in loneliness are rising as incense before the throne of God. The very scars you thought disqualified you are the places where God's glory will shine, the brightest. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been overlooked. Everything has been preparing you to love and be loved in a way that magnifies the Lord. So today, instead of asking, when will it happen? Ask, Lord, prepare me to receive it well. Instead of fearing, what if I choose wrong? Trust, Lord, guide my steps and let me recognize the one you have chosen. Instead of doubting, am I worthy of such love? Believe, because you love me, you call me worthy. Beloved, lean into this truth. Your story is sacred. Your journey is guided. And when the moment comes, you will see that it was never coincidence. It was never accident. It was never random. It was God's plan, perfect, intentional, and overflowing with love. Hold these words close tonight. Whisper them to your own heart when doubt tries to return. This love story is not random. It is written by God, and He writes only with purpose. Would you like me to continue directly with part 3 in the same peaceful, soul-guiding flow? You said, part 3 ChatGPT said, here is part 3 of your script. It continues in the same peaceful, soul-guiding rhythm, carrying the listener deeper into trust and faith in God's plan. Part 3. This love story isn't random, it's God's plan, and here's why. Welcome back, beloved soul. You have walked with me through the quiet truth that love is not random. Now let us go even deeper into the mystery of why God weaves such stories with such care. The truth is this: love is one of the greatest mirrors of God's heart. When He joins two lives together, He is not only answering personal desires, He is revealing something about His nature. He is showing us that He Himself is faithful, that He Himself longs for covenant, that He Himself desires to be known, cherished, and trusted. This is why your story matters so much. It is more than just about you. It is about Him. It is about His glory being displayed through your joy, through your unity, through the way you and your beloved will reflect His love to the world. Perhaps you have asked yourself, why me? Why has God chosen me for such a love? The answer is simple yet profound. Because He delights in you. Because He has seen your faithfulness in seasons of emptiness. Because He has seen your tears and counted them. Because He knows your heart carries a capacity to love that will honor Him. And so He prepares a partner who can walk beside you, not to replace God in your life, but to magnify Him through your union. This person is not meant to complete you, for only God completes you. They are meant to complement you, to walk alongside you, to hold up the other side of the calling placed on your life. Your covenant will not just be for your comfort, it will be for kingdom work. Together, you will heal wounds you could not heal alone. Together, you will carry assignments that require two hearts united. Together, you will speak a testimony louder than words, that God is faithful and His love endures. Listen carefully. The person chosen for you is not just someone you will love, but someone you will serve with. You will serve God together. You will serve each other with humility and grace. You will serve the world by shining as a light that points back to heaven. And, in this, you will understand why your story could not be rushed, why it could not be settled for less, why it could not be left in human hands alone. Because what God is building in you requires a foundation that will not crumble when storms arrive. Beloved, I know storms will come. Every love, even the holiest, ones will face trial. But hear me now. When God authors a story, the storms do not destroy. They strengthen. The winds do not scatter. They refine. The fire does not consume. It purifies. And when the storm passes, you will stand even stronger, hand in hand, knowing that God was the anchor all along. This is why you can rest. This is why you can stop striving. This is why you can surrender the weight of worry. Because your love story is not in fragile human hands. It is in the eternal hands of the one who never fails. Pause with me here. If these words are lifting your heart, I invite you to stay close to this space. Subscribe for more messages that will keep guiding your soul back to peace. Share your reflections or prayer needs in the comments, so together we can walk as a family of faith. Send this message to someone you know is longing for reassurance of God's hand in their life. And if you feel led to bless this channel with a super thanks, know that every gift helps the message of God's love reach hearts all over the world. Your support is not just for content. It is a ministry, a way of helping light reach the weary. I am deeply grateful for you. Now let us go further. There will come a day when you look back and everything will make sense. The broken friendships, the lost loves, the years of silence, the long wait, all of it will weave together into a picture only heaven could design. And when you stand beside the one God has chosen, you will see clearly. This is why it could not have been anyone else. This is why every delay was divine. This is why every tear was necessary. This is why every prayer was heard, because God was never just preparing a spouse for you. He was preparing you for a covenant that carries His mark. Think of the story of Ruth and Boaz. It was not random that Ruth chose to stay loyal to Naomi. It was not random that she found herself gleaning in Boaz's field. It was God's hand, guiding every step, shaping every encounter, writing a story of redemption that would echo into generations. So it is with you. So it is with your story. Your love story is not an isolated event. It is a seed with generational impact. What you and your beloved will live together will not end with you. It will ripple into your children, into your community, into lives you may never even meet. This is how heaven works. This is why it matters so deeply. Beloved, open your heart. Today, release the fear of being forgotten. Release the worry that you have missed your moment. For the God who holds eternity in His hands has already written your days. And nothing, not even delay, not even loss, not even the schemes of the enemy can erase what He has destined for you. So wait with hope. Walk with trust, love with faith. And when the day comes, you will know with certainty, this was never random. This was always God's plan. Let peace cover you now. Let faith rise within you again. Let gratitude soften your heart. For the author of love has not overlooked you. He is still writing, and your story is sacred. And when it unfolds before your eyes, you will whisper through tears of joy, "Thank you, Lord. I see now. This love was yours all along." Welcome again, beloved soul. If you are here, it is because your heart is searching for assurance that love can be sacred, true, and guided by God. Take a deep breath and let yourself rest in the stillness of His presence. There is a profound truth that must settle gently into your spirit. God's timing is perfect. He does not hurry and He does not delay. Every person, every circumstance, every season of your life has been curated to prepare you for the love story He has destined. Your future beloved is not a random encounter. They are not an accident. They are not simply someone who showed up. They are a soul that God handpicked to walk beside you, to reflect His goodness, and to help fulfill the purpose He has placed in your life. Sometimes we look at the world and think love is merely about feelings. We mistake attraction for destiny. We settle for what is convenient rather than waiting for what is divine. But God is never convenient. God is never in a hurry to give what is fleeting. He is deliberate, intentional, and wise beyond all human understanding. Beloved, remember this. Your longing for love is not a mistake. It is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that God has placed a capacity for covenant in your heart. He has created you to love deeply and to be loved with the same depth. He has created you to carry a love that is not shallow but eternal. And so, the waiting has a purpose. Every season of longing is a season of preparation. Every closed door is protection. Every heartbreak is a refining fire. Every lonely night is an invitation to trust Him more fully. This is why you must guard your heart with prayer. This is why you must remain anchored in God's word. Because when the one appointed by heaven finally appears, your soul will recognize them immediately. Not by superficial signs, but by the quiet certainty that your hearts were made for each other. And let us speak of the kind of love God desires for you. It is patient, it is kind, it is selfless. It does not boast, it does not envy, it does not seek its own way. It carries forgiveness in its hands and grace in its eyes. It is a love that lifts you higher in faith and draws you closer to the Lord. Beloved, this love will not just complete a chapter in your life. It will write a new book. A book filled with shared dreams, shared prayers, shared victories, and even shared trials. Because God's plan for your life is not just about comfort. It is about covenant. It is about two hearts joining in sacred purpose. It is about walking side by side as instruments of God's peace and blessing in the world. Pause for a moment and receive this. If these words are touching your soul, please consider subscribing to this channel. Let us journey together through prayer, reflection, and divine guidance. Comment with your thoughts, your prayers, or the ways your heart is longing for God's timing in love. Share this message with someone who needs a reminder that their love story is sacred. And if you feel called to support this work through a super thanks, know that your gift helps bring peace and hope to many hearts around the world. Your right act of generosity multiplies the reach of God's comforting truth. Now, let us return to the heart of your story. When God orchestrates a love, it will challenge you in all the right ways. It will call you to patience, to humility, to faith. It will teach you to give without expectation, to serve without resentment, and to trust without fear. It will not always be easy, but it will always be holy. And here is a gentle reminder for your spirit. You are worthy of this love. You are not too broken, too old, too young, or too ordinary. God does not make mistakes in choosing hearts for each other. Your story is not an afterthought. It is carefully planned, divinely guided, and beautifully designed to glorify Him. Even now the Lord is aligning paths, opening doors, and guiding hearts toward the moment where your sacred love will bloom. Trust Him. Watch for His signs. Listen for His whisper in prayer, in quiet moments, and in the stirring of your heart. Beloved, when you finally meet the one chosen for you, you will realize every trial, every season of waiting, every lonely night was preparation. Every tear shed in patience was the watering of the soil where your love would grow. Every unanswered question, every closed door was protection from anything less than what heaven intended. This love is not random. It is intentional. It is sacred. It is God's plan. So walk forward with courage. Step into each day with faith. Love yourself as God loves you, and trust that the story of your life is unfolding exactly as it should. Rest in this peace. God is writing your love story, and it is beautiful. He is faithful. He is present. And when the time is right, the love you have been longing for will arrive, not too early, not too late, but perfect in His divine timing. Your heart will recognize it. Your spirit will rejoice. And together, you will see that this story was never random. It was God's plan all along. Welcome, beloved soul. You have come this far, and your heart is seeking assurance that your longing for love is not in vain. Let these words settle softly in your spirit, for they are a reminder that God's plan is perfect, even when life feels uncertain. Every love that truly matters begins in heaven, before it ever touches the earth. Your story was written before you even took your first breath. The person God has destined for you is already known to Him. Their heart, their journey, their prayers, all perfectly aligned with yours. And the timing of your union is carefully orchestrated by the One who sees all things. Do not be discouraged by waiting. Do not question why the seasons of solitude have been long. Do not despair when others seem to move faster in life and love. Your journey is unique. Your story is sacred. Your union will arrive exactly when it is meant to, and it will be worth every moment of waiting. Beloved, consider this. God is not simply bringing two people together for companionship. He is bringing two souls together to fulfill His purpose. Your love will be a reflection of His faithfulness. Your union will carry light into the world. Your covenant will honor Him in ways that ripple beyond what you can see. And so, when you meet the one appointed for you, you will feel a quiet recognition. Not a loud, dramatic declaration, but a calm certainty. A sense that your soul has been waiting for this, that your spirit was made to recognize theirs. It will be gentle yet undeniable. It will be a love that strengthens, steadies, and nurtures, rather than overwhelms. Do not settle for anything less than this. Do not confuse passion with purpose. Do not allow fear to make you compromise, for God's love is patient. His plan is precise. His timing is perfect, and as you wait, remember that God is shaping you as well. He is cultivating patience in your heart. He is building wisdom in your decisions. He is deepening your faith so that when the one arrives, you can walk together in covenant and purpose. You are being prepared, beloved, not just for love, but for a love that glorifies God. Take a moment now to breathe deeply and receive this. If these words are touching your soul, subscribe for more guidance that nurtures your spirit. Share your reflections in the comments, or write your prayer requests so we can lift each other in faith. Share this message with someone who longs for reassurance of God's timing in love. And if you are moved to support this work with a super thanks, know that every gift helps these messages reach more hearts and souls who need peace and hope. Your generosity is a blessing, a way of participating in this ministry of encouragement. Now, let us continue. When God orchestrates a union, it is about more than just companionship. It is about calling. It is about covenant. It is about mission. Two hearts joined in faith can accomplish far more than one alone. They can pray together. They can encourage, uplift, and strengthen each other. They can serve as instruments of God's love in their family, their community, and the world. And even when challenges arise, you will remember that this love was not random. It was intentional. It was sacred. It was crafted by the one who sees the beginning and the end. Beloved, there may be moments of doubt. There may be moments when the waiting feels too long, or when your heart wonders if this love will ever come. But in those moments, speak to your spirit. The God who has begun this work will complete it. His plan for my love story is perfect. I will trust him, and I will wait in faith. Every step, every season, every tear has meaning. Nothing in your journey has been wasted. And when the one arrives, you will look back and understand why the timing had to be precise, why patience was required, why preparation was essential. This is the love that brings peace instead of chaos. This is the love that builds rather than destroys. This is the love that reflects God's heart and glorifies his name. So rest, beloved. Release the worry, the fear, and the doubt. Anchor yourself in prayer. Anchor yourself in faith. Anchor yourself in the knowledge that God is at work, unseen yet fully present, writing a story of love that is holy, faithful, and eternal. When the day comes, you will know. Your spirit will recognize the echo of heaven in their presence. Your heart will rejoice in a way that words cannot fully capture. And together, you will walk in a love that testifies to God's faithfulness and his perfect plan. Remember this always. This love story is not random. It is intentional. It is sacred. It is God's plan. Welcome once more, beloved soul. You have walked through this journey of truth and faith with me. And now we arrive at the place where the heart fully remembers. God's love is perfect, his timing flawless, and your story is sacred. Take a moment to breathe and let his presence settle over you. Feel it in your chest, in your mind, in the quiet spaces of your spirit. This love story you have been waiting for is already written. It is already held in the hands of the one who sees all things, knows all things, and orchestrates all things for good. The person God has chosen for you is coming, not as a fleeting moment, not as a temporary comfort, but as a covenant companion, a partner who will walk beside you in joy and in sorrow, a love that mirrors heaven, steadies your soul, and calls you closer to God every day. Beloved, remember this. Love from God is never rushed. It is never careless. It does not settle for less than what is holy. And it is not meant to merely satisfy, desire. It is meant to sanctify, to refine, to elevate, and to glorify. Your longing, your patience, your prayers, none of it has been wasted. Every tear you shed has watered the soil of this sacred love. Every lonely night has been a lesson in trust. Every closed door has been protection, keeping you from paths that were not aligned with heaven's plan. This is why you can walk forward in confidence. This is why you can rest in the quiet assurance that what God has for you will come at the perfect time. This is why your heart should not fear, because the one who watches over you is faithful, and the one who orchestrates this love story is attentive to every detail, large and small. I want you to imagine your first steps together, when your souls recognize each other with a quiet certainty, not loud, not overwhelming, but peaceful, a gentle knowing that says, "This is the one God has written into my life." And in that recognition, you will feel an overwhelming gratitude, not just for them, but for the God who made this possible. Beloved, I know there may still be questions in your heart. You may wonder, how will I know? You may fear, what if I fail? But hear me clearly. God will reveal it in ways only your soul can recognize. You will not have to guess. You will not have to chase. You will simply know, because his peace will guard your heart and guide your steps. And this is why your waiting is holy. Your waiting is sacred. Your waiting is not passive. It is prayer in motion, faith in action, and preparation for a love that honors God. Pause now, beloved. If these words are touching your heart, I invite you to continue walking this journey with us. Subscribe for more peaceful guidance that nourishes your spirit. Share your reflections or prayer needs in the comments so we can pray together. Send this message to someone who longs to hear that God's love story for them is real. And if you feel moved to bless this channel with a super thanks, know that every gift helps these messages reach more hearts who need the gentle reminder that God's plan is always perfect. Now let us return to the heart of truth. When God brings your partner, you will find someone who complements your calling, someone whose strengths fill in the gaps of your weaknesses, someone whose prayers lift you higher, someone whose presence reminds you of heaven, and together you will fulfill assignments that neither of you could accomplish alone. This is not just romance, it is ministry, it is covenant, it is a partnership that reflects God's love in the most beautiful way. So, beloved, step forward with courage, walk in faith, open your heart fully, and trust the one who has written this story before the foundations of the world. Remember always, this love story is not random. It is intentional. It is sacred. It is God's plan. Let peace settle over your heart tonight. Let faith rise in your spirit. And know without doubt that the love God has for you is perfect, eternal, and coming in the fullness of His timing. When that day arrives, you will look back and whisper through tears of joy, "Thank you, Lord. I see now. This love was yours all along. Rest in that truth, walk in that faith, and carry this promise in your heart forever. God's plan for your love is flawless. It is sacred. It is His divine masterpiece. Welcome once more, beloved soul. You have walked through the seasons of waiting, the moments of longing, and the quiet whispers of hope. And now, together, we arrive at a place of deep understanding. This love story you are part of is not random. It is divine. It is sacred. It is God's perfect plan. Take a deep breath and let this truth sink gently into your spirit. All the delays, all the unanswered questions, all the seasons of solitude, they were preparing you. They were refining your heart. They were shaping you to receive the fullness of the love God has written just for you. Beloved, listen closely. The one chosen for you will not just walk beside you. They will walk with you toward God's purpose. They will not merely share your days. They will share your prayers, your faith, and your calling. Their presence will remind you of God's goodness. Their love will encourage your growth. And their soul will reflect the divine wisdom of a God who never makes mistakes. Do not be afraid of the waiting. Do not let impatience cloud your heart. For God is not late. He is orchestrating every detail, aligning every circumstance, and arranging every encounter according to His perfect will. Every person who came into your life before this one, whether for a season or a lesson, was part of God's preparation. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every tear was watering the soil for the covenant love that is coming. And when that day arrives, you will recognize it with a certainty that cannot be shaken. Beloved, this love is not just about feelings. It is not only about companionship. It is covenant. It is mission. It is two hearts joined to honor God, uplift one another, and reflect His presence in the world. And so, as you wait, lean into Him. Let prayer anchor your heart. Let faith guide your steps. Let hope rise in the quiet moments. Because when this love arrives, it will be as much about God's glory as it is about your joy. Take a moment now, beloved. If these words are speaking to your spirit, subscribe to continue receiving guidance that nurtures your soul. Comment with your reflections or prayer needs so we can walk together in faith. Share this message with someone who is longing to hear that God's timing is perfect. And if you feel led to give a super thanks, know that every gift helps these messages reach hearts that need peace and hope. Every act of support spreads this sacred work further. Now let us reflect on the miracle of God's design. When the one appointed for you comes, you will notice a quiet harmony between your souls. Your conversations will be full of understanding. Your silences will be peaceful, never empty. Your challenges will be met with grace. Your joys will be magnified, because heaven itself rejoices in the covenant you share. Beloved, the story of your love is more than a personal journey. It is a testimony of God's faithfulness. It is a living proof that He never abandons those who trust Him. It is an invitation for others to see His wisdom and goodness reflected in your union. So step forward with courage. Embrace each day with hope. Love deeply, not recklessly, but with a heart anchored in God. And trust fully that the one who is coming has been chosen by the divine, guided by heaven, and placed perfectly in your life. And finally, rest in this eternal truth. This love story is not random. It is intentional. It is sacred. It is God's plan. Let this truth be your anchor. Let it strengthen your faith. Let it calm your spirit. And when the moment comes, you will look back with gratitude and whisper, "Thank you, Lord. I see now. This love was yours all along." Walk in that peace, beloved. Carry this promise in your heart forever, and allow God's perfect plan to unfold in His timing, with His blessing, and with His eternal love.